Sam?
I don't know, I can't see him. I was gonna look, I wanted to get the camera.
Not yet. Can I sit in that swing or am I going to be in your way? Can I sit in that swing?
Mm-hmm.
I love the swing. I like swinging.
Wonder what time it is. You know what? While I'm here, I might as well look for my tool. Well, even between this hole and the next
Good job, woman. The documentary. You got to check out the Every Corporation. I think you might enjoy them. It's a beautiful night, man. She found my cigarette holder too after I went and bought some crappy thing.
Still eating it.
Oh, okay. Take your time and enjoy it.
Yeah, we got the sun is still up, so
Yeah.
where was it?
It was about 100 yards away from the second
But I must have walked by it 20 minutes.
Well, this is the key. Isn't this the key to anything? Is, you believe and you tell yourself the impossible and you can achieve and attain it.
That's right, Mama.
I have this, I like science and I love quantum physics and the ideas behind it and stuff like that. And I was told an idea once, and after I heard it, I was like, this is amazing. And what it is there's no space. There's no such thing as space. Between you and me, there are atoms. Brain waves are measurable thoughts. Thoughts are measurable. You can hook it up, and there's literally brain waves that go out. So what happens is when you think something, it will happen. Because you're literally projecting it out of your mind through the atoms, and what is happening is the world is starting to turn because you're doing it.
It is.
With your
It
brain.
is.
No, that's
Yes, I agree.
exactly it. But
Yeah.
you know what the key is?
Yes.
It's the shit you don't know that's motivating your direction.
Yeah.
See that, and that's
Oh,
that's
yeah.
where, like for me, Mattis Yahoo actually got me into the Zohar and the Kabbalah, and I studied, and all of a sudden it was like the lights fucking went on. The Sephirot are basically what you're saying. It just shows the progression, the male, female, and how it comes down, and how there's really nothing better than another, but everything has to work together. And your core makes you what you are. The things you actually meditate on that you're not aware of.
And I do learn a lot by.
You can tell Justin's from Minnesota. He thinks different.
We like Minnesotans because we came from there too.
Well, that's where I was born.
Yeah, that's where 3 out of 4 of our children were
Our
born.
bar manager is a sweetheart of a girl. She's about younger 30, probably around 32, 35. And one day we were playing cards after we were all off, and she goes, she's just staring at me. And she's not very confrontational, but she's just staring. And I'm like, okay. And she goes, I don't get you. And I'm like, well, what do you mean? She goes, I just don't get you. And I'm like, okay, elaborate. And she goes, every time I see you, you're happy. You're just so happy. And she goes, you could be busting your ass, but you'll be laughing the entire time. And
I
she
do
goes,
that too,
"And
yeah.
You work, she goes, I've never seen anybody work as hard as you, have as much fun as you, at the same time especially. And she goes, how do you do that? And I go, you're in control of your own destiny. I go, if you're going to sit there and squander over little things that ruin your day, like, oh, I stubbed my toe, now the rest of my day is ruined. You have that negative thought in your head. It's the same thing I was thinking. You have this negativity coming out of you. Stop it.
Yeah.
You're the one who has to stop it. You can't just wait for somebody to make you feel better. Put on some good music. Go do something that makes you smile. Talk to somebody that you love. Boom.
You can't blame anyone either. The biggest thing is you can't project on someone else and say, okay, my dad, my my cousin, whoever.
Yep, I agree. Because I used to blame my dad for a lot of things. My dad is not the nicest guy in the world. But as I grew older, I started to realize what it was actually all about. And now my dad, because I think things differently than my entire family. And they know that, and I was the black sheep for a long time, but now that I'm older and I've proven my points, they're like, you've got a hold of something, you know what you're doing. And my dad will actually call me up and talk about life advice. And I'm like, you're supposed to be giving me this. And he goes, I don't think the way you do. He goes, I don't know where you got it. I don't know why you have it. But he goes, there's something the way that you think about things that is completely different than anybody I've ever met.
Paul's got it too, and he's been an outcast. And
I live a lot of time by
you know,
myself.
He
You know what? I like people, but it's like
he'd rather be by himself. And I saw
that's what I
something-
love about disco, because there's something about that just.
Yeah, you don't have to deal with all the.
It's very, I would say Zen is probably the best way to put it, but it's like it just everything works the way it's supposed to. You fuck one up, you know, it don't matter.
Yeah, and I think that's a lot of where like my game is actually good in disc golf, because if I do throw a bad shot, I know not to beat myself up about it. Or like I hit a 60-foot putt, but it hits the post and it bounces out. You did everything correctly. If you get mad about it, it's gonna ring around. Just go, it happens.
Yeah.
It happens. It's fine.
Yeah.
Dude.
Hey.
Like I was telling Tanner likes to try to get to my head.
Yeah.
I don't know why, if he's just like intimidated, but he always tries to get inside of my head. And I told him one tournament, I go, I'm the only person that can crack this safe. The only person that can crack it. I go, you can say everything you want and it bounces right off. I'm the only person that can get in there and mess my game up, is myself. And I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what, I don't know.
Do you?
That's why I think I fell in love with it so fast.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was like, it was just me, you know?
And like, I played team sports always growing up. I played a lot of baseball and stuff. And I liked the fact that it was about you against something rather than somebody, you know? And like, you go to the tournaments and so many people are like, oh, he threw a good drive, now I gotta throw a good drive. No, you don't.
Yeah.
Play your game. Play your game.
Yeah.
Be consistent. Next thing you know, you're beating them. Like, how did that happen?
Well, you know what?
You played
Drew won our Storm Lake tournament. I sent up some really funky holes, and we had it videotaped, and I watched Drew play. And that's what he did. He was really mellow, you know, and just consistent. Everyone, because I remember, you know, when I played with him, I'm like, Adam, it's like, oh, goddamn. Like, dude, shit. Just fucking play, okay? You hit a tree. It's raining. It's muddy.
The owner of Blue Ribbon Pines used to hate that he would swear out on the course, especially when he would have his children out there. They're older kids, you know, they're like 18, 16-year-old kids, but still, he's like, I don't like doing it. I go, fine, you want to stop, and you really want to stop? And he goes, yeah. I go, okay, every time you swear this round, you have to give me $1. And he's like, what? And I go, no, you don't want to swear, do you? And he's like, no. And I go, you don't want to give me $1 either, do you? Nope, now you're getting a double negative, and it's going to make you think twice. I made $5 off of him. I gave it back to him.
I should do
I
that.
gave it back to him. But it was like, see what that is? Like, that's $5 out of your pocket. Just think about it like money. Do you want to give away your money? You want to give that out there? No, you don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Well, and really, you know, like, I'm trying to learn not to swear, especially when I disc golf. That's when it came back roaring, because it, you know, I got pressured on myself, and I'm like, you know what? I enjoy this game, and I got to find that joy again, and I finally did. And I'll still swear.
That's like the last 4 holes or whatever. I was playing fairly solid. Like, my putts were right on, and it's because I'm more mellow. My body is wore out.
Yeah.
I'm moving slower, but I'm more consistent because I'm not in a hurry. I'm not trying to get something, you know, and get all amped up about it. I'm just going, okay, you got it right there. Just nice and slow, and then they start going in. And it's that calmness that really makes it happen. It's kind of cool.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you can be all amped up and jacked. It's not going to help you in this sport. It's not at all.
You might like this one, baby.
Do I seem like I'm
My lights
amped
are
up
still
and jacked?
glowing from last night,
No, you're pretty mellow.
which is awesome.
I'm glad
Yeah.
you came out and played, because...
Well, do you know I have on Facebook, I have over 1,000 Facebook friends, and most of them came on board because of disc golf.
I can't wait just to... I mean, I'd like to meet a few more people.
Well, they're all really good people. I mean, it's a family back home. The community that I grew up in with disc golf, it's a legitimate family. We all hang out with each other all the time. We don't always have to diss, like, hey, calling everybody up, we're going to have a barbecue, come out. Like, all right. And next thing you know, there's like 20 or 30 of us in one house. And we're just talking about disc the entire time. It's so fun, you know?
Where's
Like,
that
we'll
in
play
St. Paul?
cards. Huh?
Is that in St. Paul or?
No, that was up in Oak Grove.
Oh, okay.
Lots of golfers up there.
But but those are usually have to pay $3 to $5 in Minnesota to play a game, or no? It's free. It's
There's
free.
a lot of free
There's
courses.
a couple of courses, of course, that you have to pay.
Oh
But
crap!
they take all the money and they put it into the course.
Hey. Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay.
Maybe we'll do every other one. I think I lost the switch on this one.
I got a couple of glow lights.
You do? Oh, cool.
I got a couple of them.
Yeah, we had a bunch, but it was the city or not the Star Spangled Spectacular that bought them. We did a gold golf on July 4th. That was a lot of fun. But I found out those moon glow discs don't work.
Is that Josh guy coming back?
I'm not sure. He said he was really sore. I'm like, yeah, he hasn't played in quite a long time, and he played last night and today. He's all pretty beat up.
Well, this course, if you're not exercising a lot too, going up on those hills a few times.
Right.
Nice.
Here you go, Mama.
Yeah, we use this that we're not so worried about.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at too. I don't want to throw something that I would regret losing.
Well, it's not like a competition or anything either.
These two, one of them's yours.
Are you gonna bring the? Yeah, I'm gonna take the blue one. Are you gonna?
Do you want to put some on?
I got my hoodie if it gets nasty.
Don't worry about it. You're gonna like it.
What I do with my keys? I dumbassed it. Do you know what I do with my keys, Mama? I thought I set them up here. That was smart. Dookie Duke.
So we're just basically.
We're just gonna play,
Yeah.
you know. Do you see what I did with my keys?
No, you better
I
find
opened
them.
the trunk.
Okay.
I must have done something logical.
No, they're here.
I opened the trunk.
Not in your pocket?
Nope. I didn't pop the trunk, did I? Oh, I found them.
Find them?
They're right where I left them, baby.
Where?
In my pouch so I wouldn't forget them. I love that. See, if I just leave something somewhere,